Dork Knight here, bringing you a Play Arts Kai review. Today we're going to be looking at the DC Comics variant Harley Quinn figure. Some nice art of Harley featured on the front of the box. We have a design going on this side, along with DC Comics variant Play Art. On the back we have a nice shot of the Harley Quinn action figure, along with the DC variant's Joker, which should also be out right now. Not much going on this side. On the bottom we have the Square Enix Products logo. There's not much going on top except Tension rescide suffocation contiente pites pieces ne convenient passe un enfant de moins de 36 mois. One artistigen cover Fahrrad durch Kletel nicht für die Kinder und Gengit. You just open up the flap on the front here. You can see where the figure would be, along with some cool little diamond effect here, and some really nice art of Harley. And at the bottom we have a read-up about the figure and Harley. If you want to read it, pause it now. Before we take a look at the figure, let's take a look at what Harley comes with. She comes with the standard Play Arts Kai base, which is always a freaking nightmare to take out of the box. On the inside of the box we got some instructions about how to get Harley's mallet into her hand, and how to assemble the base. Comes with a couple of sets of hands. These are for holding her mallet. I really like the paint shaking they got going on here, and the paint's actually pretty clean, something I'm not all too familiar with Play Arts Kai, so that's pretty nice to see. You got some nice detail in here. You got like the stitching on the gloves. She also comes with two open palm hands, and again we got some of that nice stitching going on here where the thumb and the palm is. Got a nice little wrinkle in there. Again, some nice paint shading here in the fingers. It's really nice. I'm actually really surprised by the nice little details going on in here. She also comes with this really freaking cool hammer. A lot of nice details going on here. You got some nice metal weathering going on here, especially here, some scratches and stuff. Really like the design of it. It's really cool. And I really love this metal paint. It looks like metal. Got some nice weathering in here and just really shiny. Really like the red too. It's like that kind of like hot rod red. It's kind of got that car paint look to it, which is really awesome. Cool little, I guess you could say this is a pommel at the end, which is pretty freaking cool looking. Again, that really nice metal paint. And here she is, the Play Arts Kai DC variant Harley Quinn figure, and she turned out freaking wonderful. I'm actually really pleased with this figure. I actually kind of got out of Play Arts Kai collecting for quite a while now. This is my first Play Arts Kai figure, and I want to say at least the last year. I have not gotten any Play Arts Kai figures for quite a while. But you know, I had to pick this one up because I'm a huge Harley Quinn fan, and you know what? She doesn't disappoint. She's freaking pretty wonderful. Probably one of the best Play Arts Kai figures I've gotten so far. So let's go ahead and take a closer look. What I really love about this Harley Quinn figure is the detail, especially in the paint and the sculpt. It's absolutely phenomenal. For me, this is Play Arts Kai's best figure. Really love the detail that they gave in the hat. It actually has a layered look to it, so it actually looks like clothing. If you've watched my Kotobukiya Wonder Woman review, I kind of go into a bit more detail about that. Just for me personally, I think it really takes a sculpt to the next level, and it's really shown off with this figure. I like how they did their face. I really like how they did the mask. It's got more of a pointed look than your typical Harley Quinn look. Really love how they did the eyes. Very pretty, very detailed. There's a lot of detail in there that, you know, you really expect to kind of get messed up with the paint, but it actually looks really good. It obviously has more of an anime look to it, but that's kind of just how Play Arts Kai rolls, especially with the variant figures. They're very much like someone said, what if DC looked like one of my Japanese animes? Really like how she's got the pink blush under the mask. It's really nicely done. Really love the paint that they used for her lips. I love this bright red and how shiny it is. Really gives that look of lipstick. Really like the paint shading they got going on with her hat here. It goes from a nice deep red into the lighter red down here. Really like the metallic paint that they use for her bells. Very cool looking. And going down, really cool looking outfit. I just really love how they designed the outfit. She's kind of got her collars kind of popping out here. And the little white thing, I have no idea what you call it, that Harley Quinn wears. Really cool, and it really kind of takes it to the point where this outfit looks really cool. It has more of an armored look to it, which really shows off in the back as it starts separating and kind of starts to look more like a metal piece, and they actually have like little silver divots there holding it in place. Got some nice straps going on in there too. That's really cool. And some stitching in here too. Just, again, so much detail in this piece. It's really incredible. Especially with the shoulder. I mean, look at that. Look at that, you know, folding and the kind of puffiness to it. Really cool. It really gives the sense of that it's more of a thicker material. Love all this ornamentation going on here with the arm bit here. This is really cool looking. And again, it's kind of like what I was talking about with the hammer. Just the paint that they use for metal on this piece just looks so freaking cool. I like how they did her whoopee cushions. I'm so sorry. Got a nice sculpt to it. It kind of has like the bra piece here, which has a different paint than here. It's more metallic here. You got some nice silver screws here. Got some nice stitching going on with the kind of bra part. And just again, kind of going into what I was talking about there, I really love how they kind of give the sense of different materials throughout this costume. It's really cool. This doesn't look like this, and this, you know, has more of a metal thing. It's like different fabrics, and especially here, this has much more different texture and look than the rest of the piece, which is just really cool. And you see it kind of come again on the arm. But I got some nice detail here with the stripes, and again, some more of those silver divots. And look at this paint shading going on in the midriff area, and again, just how well done the face is. I haven't even gotten into like the skin parts. Got some nice shading going on here. Kind of goes from a dark white and going into the brighter white. Just really well done. Got some nice detail with the belt. I really like how they had the 3 different diamonds. You got the blue, silver, and red. And you got the belts going around. And they do carry around all the way to the back. With her other whoopee cushion, also very well sculpted. Talking about the midriff area, you got that different material here. Really cool looking. I really like the silver diamonds they got here. And instead of her typical white frilly bits that she has on her wrist, she has these things, which is pretty cool. She also has these on her waist, which are really cool. They're also articulated. Really like how these are done. They're very nicely sculpted. Got a lot of detail in there. And these almost look like they're pull-out knives. I'm not sure if that's what they're going for, but I'm going to go with that, because that just seems kind of cool that you could just kind of... A lot of really nice detail. You got some white paint going in there. That's just really cool. It's a very intricate costume. It's this... There's so many places where this figure could have been messed up, but it's not. Really like how they really sell the tension of the fabric being stretched and held in place here. It's really nicely done, and again, more of that nice skin shading going on here. Carries all around. Finally getting to her boots, a lot of nice detail in here. Really like this whole thing going on here. And some pretty nice looking knee joints. Again, it's been a while since I've had a Playarts Kai figure, but I remember these knee joints always looking freaking awful, but now they don't look so bad, so good on you, Playarts, you finally learned. And probably my favorite part of the costume actually is this part. I don't know why. I think it's because it kind of exemplifies everything that I love about how the costume is done. You got the nice stretched fabric here being held in place. You got the different textures, more of like the kind of armored bits here, whereas this is the more cloth bit. It's a lot of nice detail, and I really like how they did the backs here. That's really cool, being held in place by the diamonds there. And my left leg, is that my left leg? I think it's my right leg. Right leg's a little wobbly, but it seems to work okay. And finally, her boots, which are also very well done. You got some nice diamonds here. Yeah, little diamonds there. I mean, just again, this costume is so intricate. It's really crazy. I mean, when I first picked this up, I did not think this costume was going to be as intricate as it is, but man, Playarts just really knocked it out of the park with just the sculpt of this piece. Harley Quinn features some pretty nice articulation. She can look up that high, look down that low. Her arm can go out that far. It can't really rotate all the way around due to it being hindered by the outfit here. It's got a nice bicep swivel, ball jointed elbow, ball hinged wrist. Chest area can rock side to side, go back that far. It can only go forward that far due to it being hindered by... Her waist area can also rock side to side. Go back that far. Go forward that far. And it can swivel. Since this piece is separate and a soft, more of like a soft rubber, it really doesn't hinder this part. But obviously if you go too far, it will start to look weird. These are also individually articulated. They can go out that far and rotate all the way around. Legs can kick out that far. Go back that far. Double jointed knees. And ball hinged ankles. And here's the DC variant Harley next to the previously released Arkham City Harley, also released by Playarts. They're not to scale, but they're not really supposed to be. The variant figures have their own scale. And here she is next to the DC variant Wonder Woman. She stands a little shorter than Wonder Woman, which is pretty good, but I wish she was a bit shorter. But still, for being in the same line, still a pretty good scale. All in all, I really love this figure. I do have some small gripes with it, being that I wish she came with more accessories than just a couple of hands and the hammer. I would have really liked to see maybe a really cool pop gun to go with this really wacky looking hammer. That would have been really cool. I'm really sad they didn't go that far with this piece. Along with the fact that she is kind of difficult to stand due to her being on high heels. It really makes her hard to stand without the stand, so I'm probably going to have to rip apart that back piece just to get her to be able to stand up. But besides that, she's a really well done figure. I think this may have been the figure to bring me back into Playarts Kai, because I love this figure. I really do. It's just, everything about it's so well done. Oh my god, I love this figure. I really love this Harley Quinn figure. So if you want to pick this up, you can probably find it at your local comic book shop. That's where I found mine. Amazon.com or BigBadToyStore.com or any other collectible site. So if you like this video, let me know. Leave a comment, a like, maybe even hit that subscribe button right there if you want to see more videos from the Dork Knight. So until next time, stay dorky, my friends.